Hi, I'm Dee Hathaway.
Oh, and I'm Cindy Hathaway.
And together with our 3 dogs, we are Hathaway We Go. We are here in this video with another update on our continuing battle with Ford Motor Company and our lack of air conditioning. We ended our last video with me calling the Sholo Ford service department to schedule an appointment to get our truck in there.
Because that's our local dealer.
It is. And their service tech telling us, because other dealers have looked at it, we're not going to. There are too many fingers in the pie.
That doesn't make sense.
So in this week's video, we meet with the owner and the service manager of Sholo Ford, and they give us a little bit of hope.
Yay!
But we do check our options with the Lemon Law, the Better Business Bureau, and we find out what having an open case with Ford and an assigned Ford Truck Concern Specialist will do for you. Do we find a fix? Keep watching and find out. Saturday, August 24th is when we were told there are too many fingers in the pie. So, for those that have asked, yes, we do have an assigned, what is she called?
We've been calling her a Ford rep, but
Ford rep.
apparently she's really called something else. A
Ford Truck Concern Specialist assigned to us by the social media specialist from Ford.
Yeah,
Because that's how we conflict. So
that's how much clout she has with Ford.
we will continue to call her our Ford rep. That afternoon, I called our Ford rep and said, they just told us there are too many fingers in the pie, they're not going to fix it. And it's a Saturday and she was working. So she looked in her notes and she says, what the notes say is that they are too busy. If you've seen our Ford series, you know the theme. That's it. And they can't get us in for a month, so they would prefer we take it somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. We drove all the way home to go to our dealer, and now we're being told to take it somewhere else.
Yeah. So the rep was going to call the other local Ford dealers. This is the closest one, and it's 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
We live here by choice, we know. And see if one of them was willing to take us, or if they could get us a loaner while the truck was there. Meanwhile, our kids who live in Sholo know the owner of Sholo Ford because they have bought vehicles there.
We have kids in high places, apparently.
So they didn't give us his number right off. They called him.
They never gave us his number.
That's right.
They reached out to him for us.
So they called him and said,
this is what's going on with our frailing parents. This is what's going on with our parents and their truck. What the crap, dude?
So we had just a splendid weekend with a loss of hope for that.
Yeah.
Monday, we took Amelia, our Airstream, over to storage. And while we were there, we got a call from Guy, the owner of Sholo Ford, saying,
the kids just called us. So sorry to hear what's going on. Are you in the area by chance?
And we were, because where we stored the Airstream is over by Sholo. So he said, well,
bring the truck in right now.
So we did. We met with the service manager.
We got so excited.
It's a roller coaster around here. We met with the owner. We met with the service manager. They said,
well, here's something we can try. We'll unhook your battery for 15 minutes and see if that works.
Right?
Insert, have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Right.
Oh, okay.
We'll do that.
I'll bet that's going to fix it.
So we chatted with the guy while the service manager was managing service, or whatever he was doing. And he was under the impression that the too many fingers in the pie came from the Ford rep.
No.
Not the other way around. And so he's like, oh, okay. Well, what time was that phone call? Because I'll go pull the recordings. Last we've heard of that. But we don't care. It happened.
I hope he did. I hope he listened to the recording and realized that it was his tech that said that, because he even said that he would have a staff meeting and let everybody know that that's not how you deal with customers.
We don't, but
But we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
During the conversation,
he seemed like a good guy.
I see what you did there.
His name's Guy.
Oh, Magoo. You've done it again.
Oh, Magoo, you've done it again.
So he tells us, if this is a problem, I'll pull a compressor off one of the trucks on the lot.
Which is one of the things I said in the very first place when this thing first happened, and they're like, "Oh, it's on back order." I'm like, "Take a compressor out of truck's out there. And everybody's like, oh, you can't do that.
Guy said he
so
would.
happy when he
Did
said
that happen?
No.
Okay. We were there for long enough for them to disconnect the battery, and then they're like, well,
we can also do this diagnostic on it if you guys have a while.
And I'm like, all right, I'm taking that day off. Let's get that diagnostic done. So the diagnostic comes back and says, replace the clutch coil, which we had done in Bellingham. But they know it's not the clutch coil because they can look at it and see it working. Yeah. But that's what the diagnosis says. So the service manager says,
we will see if Ford will let us order a compressor.
Because nobody can troubleshoot anymore. You hook your computer-run truck up to a computer, read the code, and do what the Ford engineers said that code says to do.
It's kind of like the same thing as nobody can memorize a phone number anymore because they're just all in your contacts.
That's true.
It's the same thing with automobiles. They don't troubleshoot. They don't look at an engine and go,
Oh, look at this.
sorry.
Yeah, no, you keep that in. So we drive away with a promise that they will do what they can to get a compressor ordered, even though it's doubtful because that's not what the computer says the problem is.
The diagnostic computer.
Yeah. But later that week, they called and set up an appointment for September 12th. They got permission from Henry Ford, evidently, to replace the compressor, and they were going to get one. The next week, our Ford rep calls us and tells us the compressor is in at Sholo Ford. And I said, hey, great, we have an appointment. That will come back later, by the way. Should I just talk about it now so I don't forget?
Sure.
So while we're talking to the service manager later, and we said, oh, we knew you had the compressor, because our service rep called and he said,
oh, she should not have done that. She doesn't know our schedule. She doesn't know how busy we are.
So she got a couple extra points from us on that one.
So thank you for that. She's done a couple other good things. I can't cuss her too much. So quality is job one. Their motto is now, we are very busy. On September 5th, after a couple of tense emails back and forth with my Ford service rep, she agreed to help us submit for the buyback, the Lemon Law buyback program. Yay. So she took all the information. When did you buy it? Where did you buy it? What did you have for breakfast on the day that you bought it? All the things, VIN number, mileage, have you towed with it? Where have you been? All the questions that you need to ask. She said it will take, a week to 10 days to get an answer back typically on this. They turn around fairly quickly. She called me at 6:30 the next morning and said...
She's an early riser.
She is.
Ford received it, reviewed it, and rejected it yesterday.
Yeah.
You know why? Arizona Lemon Law does not apply to vehicles over 10,000 pounds GVWR. So your F350 does not qualify for the Arizona Lemon Law. Does our air conditioner know that?
Right.
It can't be
wouldn't it be nice if that meant that if it's over 10,000 pounds, you can be guaranteed it won't be a lemon?
Yeah, that'd be nice. So that's out the window. That was a...
And we've had a lot of subscribers tell us, lemon law. So yeah, we tried.
And this is for you, Ford. Just because the law doesn't require you to do the right thing, doesn't mean you still shouldn't do the right thing.
Right.
On September 11th, I got a call from Sholo Ford confirming my appointment for September 12th. I said,
dang, Skippy, I will be there. You betcha. With bells on.
So September 12th, I took the morning off. I drove the truck to Sholo Ford. She drove her Jeep to Sholo Ford so that we could drop the Ford off and get it fixed. Yay. Oh, happy day. It is September 12th. And I am on my way to Sholo Ford to drop the truck off. I have a appointment to have the compressor swapped out. So we're just going to leave it there with them and see what happens. We haven't driven it since we got back from having them look at it and say, yeah, could be a computer issue. We'll maybe swap out the compressor. So we'll see what they say this morning, what their attitude is. I'm going to ask them about possibly, is this going to have shrapnel all through the AC lines. From my research, it is not. This is a different issue than the AC compressor fail that the AC actually goes out. But peace of mind to talk to them about it. Hopefully this time next week we'll at least have the truck, it'll at least have air conditioning. I don't know how much we're going to use it. It makes me sad to think how much we loved this truck right up until June 24th. And it's still a great truck, other than the air conditioning doesn't work. We are just so disenchanted by Ford and Ford service. It's crazy. Anyway, as always, we'll let you know. I am at the Shelby Ford Service Center. Show you. They are checking people in. I got here at 2 minutes too late. There's already a line. And wow, there's quite a vehicle coming in behind. Got this. Police, the old SWAT vehicle rolling in with the broken windshield. They got shot at. Hope they're not here for me. So I've been sitting for 3 minutes. They're very busy, as all Ford service centers are. So, Cindy's going to get coffee. She'll come back pick me up. Pretty exciting. As you will see, that was not a happy day. They turned us away at the door.
You know something? Nothing for you!
So we made it into this. Well, I made it into the service bay. Cindy made it back to the coffee. The truck has been moved to the side because as I was checking in, one of the techs said, you want to talk to the service manager before you do that. I'm still waiting to do that, but we've heard background noise that the compressor may not be the fix. They've been on the phone all week trying to get it sorted out. So, good job, Ford, once again. They're not confident the compressor is going to fix it. Long story.
Well, I hate to say I told you so, but
You spot on.
Told you so.
Spot on.
How much load and how much output it puts depending on the temperature, ambient temperature. It looks at all different sort of things, temperature, what it's doing and gauge overheating the pressure from the
Is that what they tried to reset last time? They taken the battery off?
So they told us to do that for 15 minutes, take that off. And then put the AC clutch on it, and we put our AC clutches on because the air gap wasn't they thought it was too close, so it wasn't disengaging. But it's actually the module was staying on, and it just for some reason now new vehicles 23, 24, 24, especially limit on what years
23.
24s, I know the minute you start the vehicle, the AC starts. Even if you don't turn the AC on. So the one, I know he has your contact number. As soon as I hear something from him, but I really don't, even with my parts manager, he's been on his side of it. Nobody's telling us anything. All of the bulletins have disappeared. All of the stop sales, all of the literature that was with it has been lost.
It's time for a lawsuit.
They're still selling them though.
It's time for a lawsuit.
They're still selling them.
Well, that's just it. They weren't, there was a stock sale on them, and that's, I can't even find that data anymore.
So we're supposed to take our broken truck and go back home?
That's all I can do right now.
Can we get a loan or something? Because we're a one vehicle.
They put a stop sale on them?
They put a stop sale on like a couple weeks ago.
On what? On only super duties or certain years?
On certain years, but I can't even find that stuff anymore. Switch the pressure office on readiness. But getting on your refinement package is very good. Year model, if the dual zone, if the automatic, anything else, that's part of that variable pressure that's what gets in trouble.
So bottom line is, it's going to be a lot.
I think so, yes. I don't see a really quick fix where they will have been what they did. As far as I know, they usually let us have access to most stuff.
Okay, good. It's time to get an attorney for sure.
It is.
All right,
This
I get to go.
There's customer relations. I would open a case.
We've
there.
got a case.
we opened a case.
All they can do is
way
get us
back.
parts
Yeah.
faster.
They can't get your parts faster.
Well,
All they can do is tell us.
all they can do is
parts.
nothing.
They tell.
I mean, they let us know, like they called in 2 weeks ago and said the compressor is in. Sholo Ford has the compressor. You know, they let us know things like that,
Which
but
they shouldn't be doing because they don't know our workload.
Well, I mean, we already had an appointment,
Yeah.
so I didn't expect that to change at all because
that's
Ford
all
is always
they do.
very busy.
Yeah.
Very
They
busy.
don't. Yeah. So
They, like I say, I can't even. Like I said, we were going to put the compressors on, but then we assume all the liability once it burns up.
Well, I'm assuming all that now, so
Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was an easy fix, but I don't know.
I wish there was any fix.
Well, yeah, that would be nice if there was any fix, but.
All right.
I used to stop both my phone numbers, so as soon as I get.
Good times. So I'm driving back home. Cindy isn't taking me home because we didn't leave the truck at the dealer because they're still not going to fix it. Stand by.
Okay,
Cindy's talking.
So the tech guy sitting at the counter, so he basically told you
Hold on.
that they knew last night.
Okay. So I got the call yesterday to confirm this appointment. Said, yes, absolutely, I will be there. I figured we would drop it off. They'd have it for a few days. We'd go back and have air conditioning because I'm that optimistic. Cindy knew better. She's been telling me, no, that's not going to happen. And it didn't. So eventually, they took me at the counter. They were going to check me in. One of the techs said, oh, don't do that. He needs to talk to Chris, the service manager, first. So waited around. Meanwhile, we're talking to one of the techs who's there at the computer. And he says, yeah, they don't think the compressor is going to fix it. Evidently, there's a short in something in the battery box that's taken out the compressor and the coil. And he was, speculating and all that. It was an electrical issue, which I would rather it be a mechanical issue than an electrical issue, because electrical will never get figured out. Eventually, the service manager came. He said, yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of his Ford rep. Nobody's picking up the phone. Quiet. So they moved my truck out of the line of the service bay off to the side. Cindy shows up and she says, so what bad news do they have for us today? Eventually, the service manager comes in and says they think it's the computer module that's burning out the compressors, so they're not going to put the compressor in because then they're liable for it. And I'm like, well, I'm liable for it not working right now. Last time we were in, they took the battery cables off of the computer for 15 minutes to see if that would reset it. I'm in IT. I get it. Turn it off, turn it back on again, unplug it, whatever. That didn't work. So now they're thinking that computer module is the problem. Over the course of the past 2 weeks, they tried to order one, and this is from the service manager. Ford doesn't make that part anymore. It's obsolete. And so they have not been able to get an answer from Ford corporate as to what the eventual fix might be. There's no ETA. There's no resolution. There's no part they can put in to fix it. He says there's a stop sale on any of the 23 and 24s that may have this problem. I don't buy it. They're still selling them. You're gonna get what on the 350, 65 to 100,000, depending on the package. Oh yeah, they're gonna sell those all day long. Not worry about whether the compressor fails or not, because they're making the money and they don't have to fix the problem. Again, with Ford, Why can't they knew about this last night. They knew last night they weren't going to take me this morning. But did they call and say, hey, don't come in? No. So I'm an hour and a half round trip. Still with no air conditioning. Still missing international rally. Still a one vehicle family. Winter's around the corner. And I won't need air conditioning, but that's a couple of months away, and that's I didn't buy a truck that doesn't have air. I need my air. On the way home, I left a fairly angry voicemail with our Ford rep, just saying what happened. Obviously, she didn't check her voicemail because she called me that afternoon saying, how did your appointment go with Sholo Ford? Well, that's the last time she's spoken with me.
Did you cuss her out?
No, I told her how it went. I said, we have to come to a resolution. Also on the way home, Cindy called Guy, the owner of Sholo Ford.
Because you remember the day that we were putting Amelia in storage, he called me after our kids had called him. He called me from his phone because it was my phone number that they gave him. Yeah. So I had his phone number. So I called him.
What did he have to say? Oh, he didn't answer. That's right.
I left a voicemail.
When did he get back to you?
I was a little bit of an angry elf.
She's an angry elf. He's an angry elf.
That's not who I am. I don't like confrontation, and I don't like to, certainly don't, I'm not a mean person or anything. But I was so mad. I was mad about this whole situation, and I was mad. And so I said to him on this, angry voicemail, I said, I'm super upset that last night you knew that there was not going to be a compressor put in our truck today, but you still let us come in for this appointment. You let us drive 2 vehicles in here. You let my husband take a half a day off work so that we could come in here for nothing. Even just the courtesy of calling us the night before and saying,
listen, guys, this is what's going on now.
But no.
Nothing.
Anyways, I didn't hear back from him for almost a week?
Yeah, it was a week later he called.
I finally got a voicemail back from him that said, something was wrong with his phone and he couldn't get to his messages. So he left me a number to call him, and we haven't called him because what am I going to say?
Yeah.
What does it matter? What does it matter? Nothing helps. Nothing works, including the air conditioning.
Especially the air conditioning. So
we're frustrated, you guys. We're frustrated. Okay, I'm getting all mad again.
You take a breath.
I need to take a breath.
Take a breath. Center yourself. Slow down.
Okay, I'm fine. Okay.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. That's okay. Things are going to be okay.
So I filed a complaint through the Better Business Bureau. Gave them the whole story, the paperwork. They wrote back and said, what's the VIN number? Progress. Somebody responded. I got a message back a few days later, a week later, I think it was, from Ford. And their response was, we will get back with you within 10 days, because that's how long they have to reply. And that was their reply. We will get back to you with an answer within 10 days. We consider this our final report. I'll throw the letter up on here, those parts of it, you can see. So their response is, we'll get back with you.
And they haven't gotten back with you yet?
They haven't, because...
Has it been 10 days?
I have to respond within the 10 days that they responded to me, or else the Better Business Bureau considers it resolved.
And when is that date?
That's the 27th.
Oh, okay.
My response will be, I do not consider a we'll get back with you to be an appropriate response, because I don't. Nobody does. No, it's not an appropriate response.
That's not a response.
Sholo Ford Service Center is not in getting a call back from Ford. And as of right now, Ford has gone silent. We've heard nothing from Ford Service Center, not from our Ford rep.
So we have a big red truck with no air conditioning sitting in our driveway with a big monthly payment and no hope in sight. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Give us a minute. We're going to calm down. We'll catch you up on everything else that's going on. Okay? We'll be right back. We're back. We have moved to our other car. Thank heavens we have 2 cars.
Thank heavens for Jeep. I love this Jeep, and guess what? It's got nice cold air conditioning.
It does.
And it's 3 years old.
Right? Hasn't been a thing wrong with it. Had great service from Jeep.
And do you remember when we talked about getting rid of we were thinking about trading the Jeep in with Larry on the Ford? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we didn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we didn't do that.
Hey, speaking of air conditioning, I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's leaving comments.
Yeah.
Love the comments. Love to hear your stories about how ice cold your air conditioning is. No, really, it's quite amusing that everybody's just rubbing it in that they have air conditioning.
D comes walking in the house all the time from his office, and he'll come in with his phone. He'll go, John Doe 2794 says, and then reads me the comment all the time. We really are enjoying the comments so much.
So we do have a Ford rep. You can keep commenting. We should get one if you want to.
Right.
But we have one for whatever good that's doing at the moment.
We have a Ford rep. We have a case with a case number with Ford corporate, you know. I mean, we've tried the lemon law.
We have contacted the dealer that we bought it from, and they're like, oh, sorry to hear that. Bring it in.
They're 3 hours away from us, and what are they going to do? They're going to do the same thing.
It's hot there.
Yeah. They are down in Phoenix, where it's in the hundreds, and we're not driving down there. So,
if somebody knows what the next step should be, I'd love to hear that.
If somebody knows of or is an attorney, we don't know what to do, but we do feel that it's time to get an attorney. But we don't know like what kind of attorney, and we don't know attorneys.
Lemon law doesn't apply. So
yeah.
Lemon law attorney?
Yeah, we don't know. So if you've done anything like this, or if you know somebody, maybe you have a friend or a family member that's an attorney that you could ask, and then let us know in the comments. We don't know what to do. We really don't know what to do. I mean, we feel like we've tried everything, and here we are.
I do want to address some of the comments that say, just take it back and demand your money back. It's not that simple.
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What?
We wish it was that simple. You know, we wish it was like a pair of shoes or even a piece of furniture, and you just take it back and get your money back. You just can't do that with an automobile.
Yeah. Especially the whole lemon law situation we talked about. That
it's really
puts a damper on
really
that.
Maddening, you guys. It's really maddening. It's frustrating. It's all the things. And part of all of this, I'm just going to put this out there.
Okay.
You can delete it if you want.
Okay.
I never know what he's going to actually put in the video.
I don't even know what I'm going to put in the video.
We're selling our Airstream.
We are.
Okay, because obviously we can't tow it around with the truck, and we don't trust the truck. We had to cancel everything this summer. This fall. So at the end of the summer, on our way home from our trip that we were on when the air went out, we had to cancel a getaway with some friends. We were going to meet them in Sedona and have a fabulous time, and that was going to be the last thing on the way home from our trip. And because of the no air situation, we had to cancel that. We had to cancel going to International Rally, which makes me all emotional. We had to cancel that. We'd already paid for it. We signed up for that the day that registrations opened last year, and we had to cancel that because we can't drive with no air conditioning from Arizona to Missouri at the end of September. We can't go to the rallies that Arizona has coming up this winter because, well, first of all, the weather will be nicer, but we don't know. I mean, we still have this little glimmer of hope that we'll get a phone call that says, this is what we're going to do. Can you bring it in? I don't want to be, several hours away. We've got some really good friends that are Airstreamers that invited us to go on a fabulous trip with them for 3 weeks. We can't. So, crap.
I'm leaving that in for sure. Well, I don't trust it. I don't trust the truck. What else is going to go wrong? And they're going to say, well, you shouldn't have been driving it. You need to take a minute.
Let's all go to the lobby.
So anyways, our Airstream is for sale because if and hopefully when we get this truck fixed, we're getting rid of the truck and we may possibly buy something smaller that the Jeep can pull.
Yeah. It's true.
Because we trust the Jeep.
The one good thing to come out of this is all the new friends we've made.
Yeah.
The new subscribers. The comments they range from ridiculous to hilarious to helpful.
To sweet.
Yeah. A reminder, keep it clean. Don't attack anybody else, because those are the only comments that we do not post.
Yeah.
Those will get deleted. So, and you're helping each other out, and we are proud that we are helping you, because we've had several people say, I was going to buy a Ford. I saw these videos. I'm not.
I think we're up to 8.
I think we're around there. Is it 8 now?
8 Fords. It's not 8 people, because one guy had 3.
That's right.
He had 3 Fords on order, and he canceled it because of our videos, and that made 8. Yeah, so we're up to 8 Fords have been canceled that or maybe somebody was going to go buy one, or they had one on order and they canceled it because of our videos. And so, we need Ford to know that.
Yeah.
We need Ford to hear that. People are canceling buying a Ford truck because of our videos.
Because you won't stand behind your product.
Yeah. So
ignore at this point is the key word.
And the thing is, we're a tiny little channel. And so we thought we would ask all of you to share this video. Help us get the word out there. Help us get Ford to hear this. So if you could share this video and tag Ford, because we need help. And if maybe you're watching and you're a larger account, and you have more followers or more subscribers, oh my gosh, if you could share this and help us get the word out, because you guys, going back to my emotions earlier, we don't know what to do. We're just really, really stuck. So we would really, really appreciate anything that you can do to help us get the word out.
And not only to get the word out, to get us fixed, that this is a problem with Ford.
Yeah.
Service manager stated that they will do a recall when enough people have opened a case with Ford.
Yeah.
So if you have a Ford issue, you need to, we got ours just through Facebook chat with Ford. Call Ford, chat with them, Instagram them, whatever. Tell them you want to open a case and you want an assigned case rep, because that is evidently the magic numbering system they use to do a recall. And this needs a recall.
It really does.
So while you're sharing, why not subscribe and like the video, because that'll get the word out too.
Yeah, hit that thumbs up.
Yeah.
And subscribe. That will really, really help us to get this out. You guys, we don't like making this kind of video. We want to do fun stuff. We want to show you the buffalo that we saw when we were in Yellowstone.
All
we
kinds
want to
of
do
bison
fun
videos.
stuff.
We rode a little teeny tiny ferry. Historic. We did a lot of fun things. We want to get back to that.
We did, but we gotta get this fixed.
We do.
So.
Oh, and hit the notification bell so you know how this turns out. You'll get the next video. Hopefully we can say, we're done. Here's some pretty scenery.
Yeah. So.
And, I'll just drop this here. 93% of you who watch our videos lately are not subscribed.
But 93, it was 95 last week.
We've got a couple. We're growing leaps and bounds.
So we're getting somewhere.
All right.
We wish we still loved our truck. We do remember how much we loved the truck and how excited we were when we bought that truck.
Yeah. And now we just want it gone. All right, I'm going to go make a steak.
I'm going to go paint something. Painting will make me happy.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go edit this video so we can have it out tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you down the road. We'll probably be in a Jeep.
Right. Bye.
So now, as of the day this video goes live, which is tomorrow, because we're recording this today.
we're recording it today.
But as of when it goes live
when
tomorrow,
it goes live tomorrow. Okay.
We will be 13 weeks without air conditioning.
13 weeks. Lucky 13.
In our 9-month-old F350.
Yeah.
2023 that we bought in December.
I guess that means we just gave it away, that we didn't get a fix. If we're saying that it's 13 weeks without air conditioning.
Well, I guess we better not do that then.
Yeah, we should wait till the end and say that it's been 13 weeks.
That's so smart. Why didn't I catch that? So that has to go to the last.
Wait. It wasn't Saturday that we took the truck in?
No, this Saturday when we talked to the too many fingers in the pie guy.
Oh, that day. Yeah. Sorry. Delete.
All right. How's that?
Sure.
What did I do wrong?
Nothing. I just, sometimes I don't know what to do with my face.
My God. I forgot about her face. That's the best part.
Do this.
No. I don't know what to do with my face.
Right.
Okay. Are you in there, Ford? Are you in there? Are you listening?
It's making me mad all over again.
I feel like you're really going fast. You're talking super fast.
So we need to start over?
No, you just need to just take a breath. Just tell the story.
You crying?
Yeah, I got a little upset. Well, Cindy just cried on camera. Jeez, oh man.
Oh.
If you guys would, oh no, we're going to do that when we like and subscribe. That's what we're going to do.
We're gonna
Ask
do that
them to
right
share
now.
it.
So let's talk about.
Let me compose.
Okay.
Can I compose a little bit?
Compose. I'll put a pause on.
I decomposed for a minute there. I have recomposed.
She's recomposed.
I think. I hope.
Let me adjust here. Okay, just a tinge. There we are. All better?
Oh, all better.
Oh yeah, happy face now.
Yeah. Yay.
And
where was I at?
We're back because our GoPro overheats. Nope. Let's put the mics on.
Where was
There we are. So there you have it. I think that's going to be in the middle of the video somewhere, not right at the end.
As long as I don't look like I've been crying. Because we can't have me look like I've been crying when I haven't cried yet.
Oh, I guess we better wrap this up now then, huh? I think we just did. Okay.
I can't believe I cried on. Are you really going to put that in there?
You want to see how it is when the edit's done? Because I think
that's fine. I mean, it's real. Great. It's just.
That's where we are, guys.
Oh, are we on? Are we like doing that?
I'm just trying to wrap it up somehow.
Okay. Cindy's decomposing again. We have to end this video right now.
All right. You want to go get some ice cream?
I'm not okay. Okay, I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
She's going to be okay, though.